Hey guys, it's Kara from mystampin.com. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to be making this very simple card, and I'm going to show you how to make that scallop border. It's very easy, and I think you're going to really like that tip. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm starting out with our crumb cake note cards and envelopes. It's 3.5 by 5. You get 20 note cards in that pack. I've cut a piece of the Cupcakes and Carousels Designer Series paper to 3.5 by 3.5. This is a really fun little paper stack that you can find in our Occasions catalog. You get 48 sheets. There are 12 designs and you get 4 of each of those. So you can see that this one's distressed. So it is a distressed paper stack. I really think you'll like it. So I am just adhering that to the front of the card base, making sure that it's even on the top and the bottom. Just use some snail. And then I've got a piece of very vanilla cardstock. I've cut that down to 3.5 by 2. And I'm going to be using the Birthday Blast stamp set, which is also in our Occasions catalog. You can choose between wood or clear mount. And I'm going to ink the stamp that says Celebrate You in So Saffron. That's one of the colors that's in the Designer Series paper stack. And I'm just going to stamp this right in the middle of the cardstock. And then I'm going to show you how I made the scallop border. I was just devastated when they got rid of the border punches, but this is a really neat trick. So I'm using the scallop from the popcorn box Thinlits, and I've used the Bermuda Bay Glimmer paper. That's one of our celebration items. So here, to cut the scallops, so here what I'm doing is I find if I do this in pieces, I have the best success. So on the back side, just put a strip of tear and tape adhesive on the end where the scallops are going to adhere to. And you can see I'm just using a scratch piece of very vanilla. That's one of the great things about our cardstock is that it's thick enough you can use it on both sides. And then what I'm going to do here is you want to, when you're working with these scallops, you want to place the edge of the cardstock in the middle of a scallop because it just looks more pleasing to the eye instead of it having it, just if you have half of a scallop, it just actually looks better. And you can see what I've done is I have lined up the scallop and I had to, move up the middle piece up a little bit higher because this scallop is, it's not all one length. It gets wider in sections. So you do have to manipulate how you attach the scallop onto the cardstock, but it's really easy. And you can see here with the second piece that I just want to make sure that my spacing is good, that it matches the spacing with the other scallops. And you can see there that I've just adjusted it. You can see the back. It's not pretty, but nobody sees the back. So you'll just want to, just manipulate it where the scallops are all the same length hanging out the bottom of the cardstock. And then you can see here that I'm just snipping off the ends, and I don't think you would ever know that scallop is in 2 pieces and that it's not the same width throughout the whole thing. So I'm just going to adhere this with Stampin Dimensionals on the back. I put about 5 or 6, and then we're just going to adhere that in the center of the Designer Series paper. And I just love how I'm just so happy. I just love scallop borders. And I'm going to use the Cupcakes and Carousels Embellishment Kit. This is also part of that collection. It has some really fun embellishments. I'm only going to be using the baker's twine. So cut off about 7 inches. I think that's enough. And this twine comes all in one piece. And you can separate the So Saffron, and I would say that's probably, I guess, I'm not quite sure what color the Bermuda Bay's in the collection, so it's just a lighter Bermuda Bay. But what I did is I kept the 2 colors together and I made it a double bow. If you want to separate the twine, you can. I just thought it looked cute having the double bow. And I'm going to adhere that with some mini glue dots. I just put a couple down, and it's just going to go right below the stamped sentiment above the little cute glimmer scallop border. And then we're just going to trim off the tails to the desired length, and the card's done. Very easy card, cute little, you know, this can be a birthday card, this can be a congratulatory card, you know, the Celebrate You, that can be used for a variety of occasions. It doesn't have to be just for birthday. And here I'm showing you that in the sample card that I made before, I used the sequins that also come within the embellishment kit. So you tell me which one you like better, the one with the sequins or without. I think I like mine without better. Anyway, give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.